All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Living the Dream podcast. Today, we are talking about letting your own light shine. What is it? It's basically taking the time to thrive in your life, taking the time to be the best you can in your life, and investing in yourself. And in the previous podcast, we talked about investing in yourself, but I'm not talking about just spending thousands upon thousands of dollars on courses and masterminds that will help you move forward. Do that if you have the money. But again, save and invest to the extent that you can. So if you don't have the money, probably shouldn't do it. However, you should invest your time, energy, effort, and money in you to the extent that you can. And so what that looks like is, buying books, buying courses, working out every day, reading every day, being diligent with the courses you have bought. Maybe buy a simple course and apply it to make a little bit extra money, and then go buy the top level of that course to make even more money. And so that's really the idea behind this, letting your own light shine by becoming the best version of yourself. And that's what we're talking about today. Where has it shown up in my life? I would say when I started being authentic. And so that's, I guess, really what it is, becoming your authentic best self, which in my opinion is the person God made me to be. For those of you who don't believe in God, maybe there's something else you believe about the best version of yourself, but regardless, it's becoming the best version of yourself. So that's where it has shown up in my life, being authentic with the podcast, being authentic with entrepreneurship, being authentic with real estate. And then I would say it also has shown up in my life when it comes to, sorry, I'm writing this down at the same time, authenticity, thinking big, right? And so thinking big and starting small. There we go. And letting my own light shine in the sense that, like, I am confident that I can do really great things. But you also have to bring those great things down to right now and what you can do right now to take the next step towards those great things. And so this echoes my recent podcasts on focus and just saving and building the little habits now of like networking every day, saving every day, whatever it may be, to really just grow and let your own light shine. And what I love about this, the last part of this, is we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. I've been asking this question on my podcast, if you've been listening to some of the interviews, of basically how can we create a community that helps people make the choice that they need to make to change their life. And this is a person with a really fixed mindset. They're not willing to accept help and they're not willing to accept change. Well, if we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. And then once they have that permission and they feel safe to let their light shine, that's when some of the knowledge comes into play. But first, we have to deal with their emotion, their feelings of safety. So I think the best way to do that is for us to be authentic, for us to think big and start small. So become the best version of yourself. That's what we're talking about today. Where it's shown up in my life is being authentic and then thinking big and starting small, and then letting people out of my life, which is um, really weird to think about, but I've just taken responsibility for other people sucking basically. And it's like, I'm not responsible for that person, and taking responsibility for their situation has led to me draining my energy, draining my bank account, draining my focus, all of that stuff. And it's just like, I'm not even in a position to help them, even though I want to help them, because I've been trying to help them when I can't. And so you have to let people out of your life, even if it's temporarily, so that you can turn around and help them later, or help even more people later who may want to be helped. So letting people out of my life is also letting my own light shine. Where do I want it to show up in my life? I would say building my ideal network. Um, I've realized that I don't really talk to multimillionaires on a daily basis. I don't really talk to people who are very convicted when it comes to faith in the workplace, or faith in their mission in life, or faith in their daily activities. Like, that hasn't, that's not people in my network right now. Like, we're all kind of limited by money. We're all limited by our youth. We're all limited by just how big we think. And my ideal network really believes in the promises of God and just really goes after that. So I think that's where it shows up in my life, letting my own light shine, like being honest to those beliefs that I have in both my actions and not both, but all of my actions, beliefs, energy output, efforts, and just how my life looks. Just want to be honest to those beliefs. And I think a lot of that is freedom from the slavery of money, freedom from the slavery of other people's opinions, and the slavery of your own mind. So, um, yeah, ideal network and freedom. That's where I want it to show up in my life. And how can you apply it to your life? I would say start being authentic in little ways. What ways can you take time and just, maybe it's 5 minutes a day, and just be you? Maybe it's art, maybe it's writing, maybe it's reading certain books or watching certain TV shows or doing certain things at work or going to the bathroom when you want to instead of people pleasing and staying in the meeting when you got to go to the bathroom. I don't know how many people do that, but I've done that a couple times. Or going on a walk or going on a run or working out a certain way or playing a certain game like chess or a board game or whatever you love to do. Just be authentic, and then whatever mission you have in life, be true to that mission and think big about it, but start small. And what can you do every day to move yourself towards that mission? What's the first step? And then start moving towards that mission. So that's how you can apply it to your life. Really be authentic and then take action on your authenticity. Um, yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you guys for listening to the show. As we always ask, go ahead and shoot this podcast over to 1 to 3 people you know need to hear this message. Um, if you liked it, if you liked the message of authenticity, which I hope you did, go ahead and shoot us a 5-star review on iTunes. And on that note, we're out.